All right, this is Greg with Liberty Figs and Apiary. Today is May 24th, and we have a cloudy day in the 70s. We haven't had rain in forever, and finally have gotten some in the last couple days, and supposed to get some in the next few days to week. So we're in a severe deficit, so we can certainly use it, but haven't been in to see the bees in about 8 or 9 days. So wanted to take advantage of at least the day off and get in here while it wasn't raining. If it's going to be cloudy, I wish it would just rain. All right, let's get after it. All right, these two hives were nucleus hives that I got from Ashby Farms here in Burlington, North Carolina. This box right here has a vent fan on it, a little solar vent fan that I saw. Triad Bee Supply had them in his shop that he makes, and so I went on Amazon and found one and made and installed it. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I don't know what that is. Some kind of bug? Oh, it's just a pill bug. Okay. I am feeding the bees. They are eating some, but not a ton. Hopefully that means that they're drawing in honey. That would be awesome. So it looks like there's a lot of bees. There's certainly a lot of bees at the front flying around. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, I think you can. So this hive is busy. So I think I'll smoke them before I go in there because they look pretty squirrely. They look pretty squirrely. A lot of bees up top here. Let me grab my frame rest, which I always forget to use, or to have available anyway. Yeah, these bees are rambunctious. I did put a pollen patty on here last week and they've eaten that, and here is what's left of the little hockey puck. So these guys are definitely taking advantage for sure. So let's see if we got any hive beetles. Looks like we got one in there. One hive beetle. I tell you what, I hate hive beetles. Hate them. All right, this outside frame doesn't look like they've drawn out any. All right, they got some nectar filled in here. Doesn't look like there's any eggs in there. Here's a new frame. They're drawing it out. I don't see any brood up here. So as far as I can tell, she's not moved up yet anyway. Wow, this has got some good honey in it. This is a heavy frame, a lot of honey, a lot of nectar, not quite capped yet. All right, so there. And I don't think that this much can be from what I've fed them, so they must be pulling in something, a little something anyway. They've started capping it right there. Again, I don't see any brood where there could be brood. And these guys must be depositing nectar. So that's awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing some eggs up top, but hopefully she's got plenty of room down bottom to lay. All right, and I have been Struggling to get them to draw out the wax foundation ones, but they're finally drawing this one out. At least on that side they are. So that's good. This one's pretty heavy with nectar and honey for an outside frame. Again, no eggs. No eggs, so something tells me that we have an emerging explosion down bottom, because this hive was very stout of bees when I got it. So much so that I was even able to share a frame of cap brood with this hive with the other nuke. All right, let's take a look, see what's going on down bottom. All right. Well, like I said, a lot of bees. I see a lot of bees in here. Wow, they are busy. They are busy. Pretty calm on the inside. This outside frame is pretty well filled with nectar. Just wanted to see, there's some spots there that maybe she was laying in those upper corners, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. All right, these guys might need I wish they'd move up in the top boxes too, but they might need another brood box on top of this one. I might do that before next weekend. All right, I see milk brood. I'm not sure if those are eggs or not. I see plenty of milk brood, but I don't know that I see any eggs. All right, definitely a lot of brood in here. Wow, there are a lot of bees in this hive. All right, looks like a lot of emerged brood. Up, and there's the queen in that upper corner. I don't know if you can see her there. She's a good-looking queen. She looks nice. A lot of brood, looks like older brood close to emerging there. I'm gonna put this in. I'm not gonna take a peek with the flashlight because I just want to keep her tucked in. I would like to see some eggs before I do close this up anyway. All right. We must have had a lot of merging in this hive because this hive is super busy. But so far I haven't seen a ton of brood. And I don't see any eggs on this one either. I see a lot of larvae. I see a lot of milk brood. I'm a little bit worried that I don't see any eggs. Maybe she just moved over to this side. Let's see. Let's give him a little smoke. All right, okay, there's a beautiful sheet of brood. So not only does this hive have a lot of bees in it, but it's getting ready to really have a lot of bees in it. I got to keep an eye on this one. I don't want this hive to swarm. Wow. Yeah, that's a beautiful frame. All right. Ton of pollen, some older brood. Again, I don't see any eggs. All right, there's plenty of places for her to lay on this frame because I don't see any eggs. I do see eggs over here. Okay, I do see eggs on this side. Okay, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. All right, got a queen cup here. That was just drone brood. We'll let them cannibalize that. No big deal. All right, these last two frames have got a lot of bees on them too. Another full sheet of brood. Both sides. A little bit of honey up here, so that's good. All right, this hive's doing well. I don't think she's got a ton of room to lay. I might put a second super. I might put a second deep on here because I have a lot of drawn out deeps. I may do that before I finish up. I might put one on here and move a frame of brood up and let them start working up there too. Before I close that up, I think I'm going to do that. I'll probably do that off camera though, because I don't want these guys to want to swarm. Though, like I said, she does have some room in here, and there's nothing in the super up top, but they're getting that filled up with nectar. So I might give them a couple frames of empty foundation so that they can start drawing that out as well. Why not? They may as well get busy. Put this down here, see how that works. All right, I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna close it up, but I'm not gonna close it up tight. Oh, thank you for not falling on my head. All right, not gonna close it up tight because I want to come back and put a deep on there. All right, there's the big nuke. The big nuke transfer hive. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and I'll start again. I'll start another video on the second nuke hive, the smaller one, the little mini queen. All right, bye for now. See you in a bit. Greg out.